spoken publicly about her hair loss resulting from alopecia. At first, Will seemed to laugh it off, but Jada rolled her eyes and then the slap heard around the internet.
Oh, wow!
Many viewers wondered whether that was a staged bit or a genuine reaction from Will. The audio cut out during ABC's US broadcast while Smith yelled at Rock, adding to the confusion. But then Twitter users began posting uncensored versions from the international feeds like this clip. The bleeping here is from us.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth!
I'm going to.
Cue the awkward silence, and finally the broadcast moved on with a list of documentary feature nominees. Now, let's flash back for a minute. Oscar viewers may remember when Rock hosted in 2016, his opening monologue included another swipe at Pinkett Smith and her Oscars So White boycott.
Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
But any doubts about whether this year's confrontation was real or not were put to rest when Smith indirectly addressed the incident during his Best Actor win for his performance in King Richard.
Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you. I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees.
And then Smith wrapped up with this.
Hope the Academy invites me back.
To slap Chris Rock in.
Shalom. First and foremost, I have to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Kradash. Much respect to Akim and Aguafim, pushing the work of the Lord in true faith, sincerity, and putting our bodies to make sacrifice, man. So today in this quick, edification and lesson, I'm basically going over, do not let these women, ultimately get you out of character, man. Because look at Will Smith, man. Like what Will Smith just did, is a prime example of what not to do, man. You should not be allowing, a woman to beguile you into doing, emotional shit. Because you're at the Oscars, man. You're ruining your image by, trying to, smack someone over a joke, man. And of course, it's from his own people. You know how much of the Edomites, joke around about his wife and stuff, and he don't do nothing. But at the end of the day, squash, forget that. But we'll talk about it another time. But you're not supposed to let, these women ultimately get you out of character, man. This is the same woman that you're smacking another man for, that committed adultery on you, who cheated on you, with multiple dudes, who's a harlot. And you out here standing up for her, man. That's not what a king does, man. A king is not supposed to have that mindset. Do not touch my wife, trying to be the best she ever had. She truly doesn't respect you, Will. So why are you wasting your time on this shorty, man? Everyone has the right to joke around about her, man. If it was in the ancient days, you think, making a joke is bad? Jada Pinkett would have been stoned, man, due to acts that she committed, man. So ultimately, man, do not be like Will Smith, bro. Do not get emotional, and do not get out of character just for a woman, man. Let's go to the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and 3. Proverbs 31 and 3, and it reads, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to which destroyeth kings, man. So it says, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways which destroyeth kings. So you're not supposed to give your full energy to these women, man. Because most of the time these women have evil intentions, man. And you gotta be aware, man. So you're not supposed to give all your energy and strength to the woman to the point that you're doing outlandish shit like Will just did. At the Oscars, bro. It's not a time to be emotional. It's not a time to embarrass yourself on live television, man, and get emotional, So, that's what, the scriptures say. If you had the scriptures, he would know not to give his strength unto women, man. Which destroyeth kings. That situation right now, if he did, look, he's probably not going to be taken off because he didn't do it to Edomite. But imagine he smacked the Edomite like that. His career would have been over. The elites would have been cut Will Smith off, man. And now let's go to the book of Genesis, man. This whole book of Genesis to show you, man, what, ultimately, allowing a woman to get you out of character does, man. Let's see what happened to Adam, man. Let's see what happened to Adam. All right. Genesis 3:2, and it reads, "And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall surely not die. For God doeth know that in the days that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." In verse 6, "And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat. And she gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat." So Eve was commanded not to eat the fruit representing, wicked philosophy, man. And what did she do? She still went, and ate that fruit, ate that philosophy, which she wasn't supposed to. And then she made Adam, go off too, man. So this is why you're not supposed to give your strength unto woman, man. Like Will, you're not supposed to give your strength. You're not supposed to be backing up this harlot, man. You're not supposed to be going into her ways, man. She's a demon. Her demons are going to hop on you. She's controlling Will, man. She's controlling Will. That's what happens when you're a simp, man. And that Will Smith's God is basically Jada Pinkett Smith, man. Because he's a simp, and he will be destroyed for that, man. In verse 7, "And the eyes of them were both open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons," man. So when it says they were both naked, that represents, they were guilty, man. They were guilty because, when you are guilty of something, you feel a form of nakedness. You're like, damn, I can't hide, And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons, man. So that all represents the vices of, excuses and stuff, basically excuses, basically hide themselves, man, from the guilt. In verse 8, "And they heard the voice of the Lord walking in the midst of the garden in a cool day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God amongst the trees of the garden. And the Lord called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden. I was afraid, and I was naked and hid myself. And he told thee, Who was naked? Hast thou eaten the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat?" In verse 12, "And the man said, The woman whom thou givest me, she gave me of the tree, and then I did eat." So look, this is what if you give your strength to women, bro, it's gonna lead to your fall, man. We already seen what happened to Samson, and most importantly, it led to the fall of men, and ultimately the beginning of all sin. If Eve was never to eat the fruit, man, we would not be in the state that we're in right now. We would have still been gods, man. In verse 13, "And the Lord said unto the woman, What is thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, man, and I did eat." So, do not let these women, take control over you and try to, basically manipulate you into doing outlandish shit, man. You remember, you're a king. A woman's not supposed to tell you what to do. You're not supposed to go into the ways of a woman. A woman's supposed to follow what you do, man. You're supposed to lead by example. And you're not supposed to be out here getting in trouble over a woman, man. Trying to fight people over a woman. We already seen, when we were in the world before, we already seen what standing up for a woman, fighting for your girlfriend led to, man. Led to some people getting shot, man. Or tragically killed at young ages, man. So you got to be aware of that. Do not give your strength to women, man. You got to remember these women are your servant, man. You're not supposed to want to be the best she ever had, man. You're not supposed to have to give her that Queen of Heaven spirit, man. And that's something like, bro, do not let these women get you out of character, man. You know, so with that, Lord, we have to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yoshai, Bashim Rakakadah, Shalom, Akim, keep the faith.